Welcome to Oak Tree Stories, timeless tales rooted in India. Here you'll find gentle, thoughtful tales drawn from our rich storytelling traditions, from ancient fables and folklore to heartwarming slices of modern Indian life. Each story is carefully chosen and lovingly crafted to be age appropriate and calming, with just a touch of wonder. So come, get cozy, and let the story begin. Hi, I'm Shalini, your storyteller. Before we begin today's story, it's time for this week's special artist shout out. This week's shout out goes to Vian. Vian is 6 years old and lives in Germany. He loves to draw and has sent us a drawing inspired by our story, The Monkey and the Crocodile. The drawing shows the monkey happily throwing a mango for his friend the crocodile, who is waiting eagerly to catch it. Thank you, Vian, for this beautiful drawing. We loved seeing our story through your eyes. And if you'd like to see Vian's drawing, it is proudly displayed on our social media pages. And if you'd like to send in an artwork too, then listen on until the end and we'll tell you exactly how to. Here's something special from Oak Tree Stories. Finding the perfect gift isn't always easy. But imagine giving a child something created just for them. A story where they become the main character. A story filled with familiar faces, favorite places, and adventures made especially for them. Our personalized stories make thoughtful gifts for birthdays, graduations, baby showers, christenings, Upanayanams, and many other special occasions. And unlike many gifts, a story can be enjoyed again and again for years to come. If you'd like to create a personalized story for someone special, visit www.oaktreebooks.in/Oak Tree Stories to learn more. And now for today's story. Have you ever lost just one slipper? Not both, just one. It almost sounds impossible, doesn't it? Well, one day, that is exactly what began happening in an apartment complex. First, it was one pink slipper, then a blue one, then a yellow one, then a green one. Nobody knew where they had gone. The children came up with the wildest theories. The grown-ups scratched their heads, and the watchman just kept watching. Today's story is an original from Oak Tree Stories. It is about a mystery, a monsoon, and a surprise that nobody saw coming. So find a comfortable place, take a deep breath, and let's begin. In a large apartment complex lived a watchman named Ramu Anna. Ramu Anna had worked there for many years. He knew which children raced downstairs after school. He knew which uncle went for a walk every morning at exactly 6 o'clock. He knew which auntie watered her plants before sunrise. And he knew which residents forgot their keys most often. If something unusual happened in the building, Ramu Anna was usually the first to notice. One Monday morning, Mrs. Rao marched into the security cabin carrying a single pink slipper. "Ramu Anna," she declared, "my other slipper has disappeared." Ramu Anna looked at the lonely slipper. "Perhaps you left it somewhere, madam." "I most certainly did not," said Mrs. Rao. "Slippers do not simply disappear." The next morning, it was Mr. Iyer's turn. His blue slipper had vanished. The day after that, Aditi from the first floor lost a yellow one. By the end of the week, even little Nikhil came downstairs holding a single green slipper. "Look," he announced proudly, "I'm part of the mystery now." The adults did not seem nearly as excited as he was. By Friday, 5 slippers had disappeared. Always one slipper, never both, and always overnight. The whole apartment complex was talking about it. The monkeys are taking them, said one resident. Monkeys don't wear slippers, replied another. It must be a thief. What kind of thief steals only one slipper? Someone asked. It has to be ghosts, declared Nikhil. That quickly became the children's favorite theory. The next afternoon, Nikhil taped a large sheet of chart paper beside the security cabin. Across the top, he wrote in enormous wobbly letters, "The Great Slipper Mystery." Then he drew a picture of a lonely slipper with a large question mark beside it. Underneath, he made a list. Mrs. Rao, pink slipper. Mr. Iyer, blue slipper. Aditi, yellow slipper. Nikhil, green slipper. Mr. Fernandez, brown slipper. And at the bottom, he added another section. Today's theory. Day 1, monkeys. The next day, he crossed it out. Day 2, ghosts. The day after that, day 3, a secret slipper collector. Every evening, the children gathered around the board, laughing and voting for the silliest theory. Meanwhile, Ramu Anna simply watched. He noticed something curious. Every missing slipper had been left outside a home on the ground floor or the first floor. And almost everyone was brightly colored. Pink, blue, yellow, green. He murmured. A few days later, the monsoon arrived. Dark clouds rolled across the sky. Rain drummed against the rooftops. Water rushed along the pathways. Most people hurried indoors. But Ramu Anna still had his evening rounds to make. As he walked past the parking area, something caught his eye. A pink slipper, moving very slowly. Ramu Anna stopped. The slipper moved again. Then he saw it. A dog was carrying the slipper gently in her mouth. Without making a sound, Ramu Anna followed. The dog trotted through the rain, past the parking area, past the generator room, until she disappeared through a narrow gap behind an old storage shed. Ramu Anna bent down, carefully peered inside, and smiled. The next afternoon, Ramu Anna went from door to door. If you have a few minutes this evening, he said with a smile, please meet me near the security cabin. I've got something I'd like to show you. By 6 o'clock, curiosity had spread through the building. Mrs. Rao arrived first. Then Mr. Iyer. Nikhil came running with 3 other children close behind. More neighbors wandered over, wondering what Ramu Anna had found. Without saying a word, he led them around the side of the building, past the parking area, past the generator room, to the old storage shed. Then he quietly pointed. Mrs. Rao leaned forward first. Mr. Iyer adjusted his glasses. Nikhil squeezed between the grown-ups for a better look. Nobody spoke. There, tucked safely behind the shelter, lay a mother dog and 5 tiny puppies. Some of the puppies were asleep. Some were clumsily tumbling over one another. One was trying very hard to chase its own tail. Around them stood the most unusual little fort anyone had ever seen. A circle of slippers. Pink, blue, yellow, green, brown. Mrs. Rao's eyes grew wide. My pink slipper, she whispered. Mr. Iyer smiled. I think that blue one is mine. Mine's the yellow one, said Aditi softly. Nobody moved. Nobody reached for a slipper. Somehow, it didn't feel right to disturb the little fort the mother dog had built. Just then, one of the puppies stretched sleepily, pulled a pink slipper closer, and drifted back to sleep. Everyone burst out laughing. Then they noticed something else. There were many more slippers. Red ones, purple ones, tiny ones, large ones. Some looked brand new. Others were old and worn. Nobody recognized them. It seemed the mysterious slipper collector had been visiting other buildings too. Then Nikhil noticed something. "Look," he whispered. Rainwater was flowing around the outside of the circle, but the little patch of ground inside was almost dry. The slippers weren't lying there by accident. They had been placed carefully around the puppies. Rainwater was flowing around the outside of the circle, but the little patch of ground inside was almost dry. The slippers weren't lying there by accident. They had been placed carefully around the puppies. The mother dog had been using whatever she could find to keep her babies warm and dry. For a long moment, nobody spoke. Then Mrs. Rao smiled. "I suppose," she said softly, "she had a very good reason." The mystery was solved. But now there was a different question. "Who's looking after them?" asked Nikhil. The answer, it turned out, was everyone. Someone brought old blankets. Someone built a proper wooden shelter. Bowls of food and fresh water appeared every day. The children made a feeding schedule. And Nikhil happily took down the slipper mystery board. In its place, he pinned up a new one. "Puppy watch," it said. 5 puppies, all healthy, all growing. The weeks passed. The rains became gentler. The puppies grew stronger. Soon, they were racing around the courtyard with floppy ears, wagging tails, and far too much energy. Then came the day everyone had been preparing for. The puppies were ready for homes of their own. The children made colorful posters. The parents spread the word. And the apartment organized a small adoption day. Families came from different parts of the city. One by one, each puppy found a loving home. One stayed with a family in the apartment itself. The others found homes where they would be just as loved. The mother dog continued to visit the building from time to time. She always received a warm welcome. Months later, whenever someone misplaced a slipper, Nikhil would grin and say, "If you've only lost one, don't worry. Somewhere a puppy must be building a fort." And everyone who knew the story would smile. Because sometimes the greatest mysteries lead to the happiest endings. And that was the Great Slipper Mystery. At first, all anyone could see were missing slippers. But sometimes when we understand the reason behind something, the whole story changes. What seemed like a mystery turned out to be a mother's clever way of protecting her babies. And what began with a few missing slippers ended with new homes, new friendships, and a community coming together to care for those who needed it most. If you enjoyed today's story, we would love to see what it inspires you to create. You can send us your drawings, paintings, crafts, costumes, Lego creations, writing, poetry, music, or any other artwork inspired by one of our stories through the art submission form on our website at www.oaktreebooks.in/oaktreestories. We will give you a special shout out in a future episode and share your artwork on our social media pages. And if you would like to support Oak Tree Stories, grown-ups can also make a donation through our website. Every contribution helps us continue creating gentle stories inspired by the rich storytelling traditions of India. And don't forget, you can ask a grown up to follow Oak Tree Stories on social media so you never miss a new story. You can find us both on Instagram and Facebook at Oak Tree Stories. This episode of Oak Tree Stories was brought to you by Shalini, Shannon, and Sushma. Until next time, keep listening, keep wondering, and remember, sometimes the greatest mysteries lead to the happiest endings.